Shalom, or Salakia, Shabbat Shalom, Call Halal, Yahweh Shemel, Shabbat Shabbat Dash, double honor to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that tell us is true. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push in the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother slash elder, Yashawan, Shabbat Shalom, and salutations to you all. This is the WW3 Daily Update. And I have a friend just went to Italy yesterday. I said, be careful, man. Oh, there's nothing going on in Italy. Chaos in Italy 10 hours ago. Israeli ships set ablaze after Netanyahu resumed bombing in Gaza. It's called World War III. Let's get uproars of the people real quick. Right here. 2nd Ezra 9 and 2 in the GNT. You will know that the time has come when the Most High God will bring judgment on the world He has created. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions. Look at that. International intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the Most High Power has spoken about since the beginning of creation. Let's watch this. Crazy. This is over a soccer game or football, whatever.
Italian protesters have once again staged the boldest and most defiant challenge against Zionist arrogance, clashing with Israeli football fans and escalating their demonstrations into direct action after reports flooded social media that Israel had resumed bombing Gaza despite the ceasefire. Oh. Italy has, without doubt, become one of the greatest voices of moral reason in Europe since this crisis began, a nation unafraid to stand where others remain silent. During the Sumud flotilla crisis, Italians organized what remains the largest pro-Palestine protest in European history, an industrial-scale boycott that saw the streets of Milan, Rome, and Naples turn into seas of resistance. But this new wave of protest takes things to a different level. It targets Israel's mobility, its image, and its sporting participation, a move that cuts directly into the heart of its global propaganda machine. Before diving into those fiery scenes, it's worth returning briefly to Gaza, where only days after war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu signed a ceasefire deal. Israel has once again proven that no truce with a Zionist regime can ever be trusted. Under the guise of retaliating to tank fire, supposedly launched by Gaza fighters, the IDF unleashed fresh bombardments, a claim that, as always, remains unverified and likely orchestrated through Israeli-sponsored gangs seeking to fabricate an excuse to restart the war. Netanyahu's strategy has always been simple: create chaos, blame the resistance, and resume the genocide. قصف كافيتيريا قصف كافيتيريا الآن استهداف الآن استهداف الاحتلال الإسرائيلي. After examining multiple reports and cross-checking online data, it's clearer now that Israel deliberately engineered this escalation. It used its network of armed collaborators inside Gaza, gangs that looted humanitarian aid and sowed insecurity, to spark confusion and discredit the revolutionary resistance movement that had begun purging these criminal elements. The top leadership of Gaza's defense forces has officially denied any involvement in the incident at Rafah, where Israel claimed its troops were attacked with RPGs and sniper fire. Strikingly, the alleged attack occurred in an area completely under IDF control, yet the retaliation targeted civilians, tents, and makeshift shelters miles away from any front line. As images of this latest atrocity circulated, Italy erupted. Cities exploded with marches, anger, and fire. Reports began pouring in. Israeli-linked ships set ablaze at port, Maccabi Tel Aviv, fan buses attacked by furious crowds demanding justice for Gaza. When Netanyahu's spokesman faced the media, his response was as hollow as expected, fumbling through lies and excuses while the world watched the mask of hypocrisy slip once again. Take a moment to like and share this video so that YouTube's algorithm cannot bury the truth about Israel's blatant violation of the ceasefire, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Support honest journalism that refuses to bow to censorship.
Can I ask you what threat was posed by the 6 Palestinians, 6 Gazans, shot dead by the IDF the other day, just as the ceasefire agreement came into place?
That incident happened. Our troops had withdrawn to what's called the yellow line. Mm-hmm. They advanced towards our troops. Warning shots were fired. Verbal warnings were given first. Warning shots were fired towards them. They kept on advancing towards our troops. And for that reason, our troops, in order to safeguard their own safety, had to open fire. But I can guarantee you that every measure was taken to ensure that they were well aware that they were posing a threat to our troops. There are very, very clear lines now about where our troops have withdrawn.
What threat did they pose? If there is evidence for a threat being posed, what threat did they pose? Did they have weapons on them? I don't know, bombs, whatever. What threat did they pose?
They posed a threat to the lives of our people, of our soldiers.
Way, Mr. Mensah?
915 of our soldiers are in this war, and you're asking me what threat Gazans posed to them. And I think that's slightly naive.
But did they have weapons on them? I mean, if they're wandering around with weapons, I can understand that that's
closing in. If there are people closing in on our soldiers and they're told not to proceed and they continue to proceed in a threatening manner, the duty of Israel's soldiers and of our commanders is to defend ourselves, and that's precisely what has happened. Let's not forget what Hamas are doing right now on the streets. Hamas haven't changed. They're still the same jihadis. They haven't turned into Norwegian peacemakers. They are a jihadi organization with the same objectives.
New footage shows wounded children being carried through smoke and chaos, a haunting reminder that even under ceasefire, Gaza's civilians are never...
Go ahead and hit it right there. As you can see, more of the same. Never trust your enemy. Let's get that. 12. All right, ceasefire, right? Those people are enemies. Never trust thine enemy. Salakia. Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. Now this is about us not trusting our enemies, which there's a list of them on Psalm the 83rd chapter, but there's a bunch of Jakes over there in Palestine, okay? And they should not be trusting their enemy on nothing. Peace accord, ceasefire, anything like that. For like, and though he humbled himself, Sirach 12 and 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, be aware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. That rust is still there. Okay, and he can't wait to unleash once he thinks that he got you down. All right, going down here. Right. Anyway, with that, we hope that the elect are edified. We're just going to continue to watch these criminals until the Most High passes judgment. And if you don't get them up top, you can get them, pull them up out of them bunkers. Anyway, with that, we hope that the elect were edified. You brothers and sisters, Shabbat Shalom.